Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So I'm coming to you guys with another recap of Bobby I Love You Purr season 1 episode reunion part 2. You know, it's funny. Somebody commented and said you don't even need to say season 1 because Jason and Bobby, you could tell, are against each other. So it's really a season. It's just one season, one and done. I disagree. I feel like they still probably gonna do another season just because the show went viral so much on social media that let me gonna give Bobby another chance. Okay, so that's what I think. So it starts off with Bobby and Jameson arguing, right? And mind you, I'm sorry, but Bobby did seem like he was smoking some of those Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, some of the white donuts. It looked like he was smoking some of those white Dunkin' Donuts, allegedly. Okay, so he's just yelling at Jameson. He's just like, "With your stubby fingers, you got them stubby fingers, And then y'all know Jameson. He keep going on. He's like, "Butch, Bubby, yeah, Butch, Bubby, yeah, Butch." Bubby, he just keeps going back and forth. They keep going back and forth. They keep going back and forth. So, right. And then next thing you know, mind you, Dimitri's not on the stage. And then we see Jason Lee go off to try to get Dimitri to come back on stage because last time where it left off, we see Dimitri, you guys. And y'all, this probably look weird because the hat blending with the green screen. I don't got time. Like, it is what it is. That's why you see, like, I'm giving very much Harry Potter, like, just to give y'all FYI. So, we see Dimitri not even on the stage, right? So the next thing you know, Jason Lee go off the stage to get Dimitri. So she was just like, "All right, Dimitri, like, we need you back. We need you back. Like, come back on the stage." And Dimitri, you guys, he was just like, "No, like, you guys are like setting me up. Like, I don't want to go back on stage. I'm sick of all this violence. Oh, wow." And I'm like, "Oh my God." This man was having a full-on panic attack. And it wasn't funny because you could really tell like he was really having a real deal panic attack. And I'm like, y'all need to let this boy just sit and do him because he gonna end up catching a heart attack if y'all just don't let him just relax. Because he was really panicking. Like, he was like, "Ah!" You know that art that has the face that goes like, he was doing one of those. So I was feeling really, really bad for Dimitri, but he ended up going back on stage a little bit later on. Okay, so then out of nowhere, we just see Cass and Jameson and Jason start arguing. So Cass was like, "I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere." Something about not going anywhere. So him and Jason start going at it and everything like that. So he was like, "Ain't nobody gonna get me. Ain't nobody gonna get me." Okay, y'all know Cass. She's very sassy girl. So then Jason Lee jealous, but let me tell you, Jason Lee is the type of person you really got to watch out for. I'm telling you, let's say if you didn't know anything that's been going on outside of like this show, just watching the show, you could tell he's very sneaky because he goes and tells Cash, he was just like, at the end of the day, if it's me versus you, they're gonna pick him, meaning Bobby. And I'm like, eh. So Bobby was like, "What? You talking about me? This is what he's talking about." Like, no, 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 no. So he runs off the stage. He's like, "You talking about you? No, you trying to get me against the cast. Like, what are you talking about? The boys is for Bobby boys." Purr. So he was like, "You talking about me? You talking about me?" So he was just basically mad because I would have got mad too because he basically was saying, "Screw Bobby. This my show," basically. Like, screw Bobby, it don't matter. Like, it is what it is when it comes to Bobby. Like, this show, whatever. Like, basically saying it's my show. Screw him. Like, he don't even matter. So Bobby felt some type of way, rightfully so. Tell you, Jason is the one you got to watch out. He's very jealous. I was like, wow. So after he's thrown off stage, Jason consoles him backstage and stuff like that. He was just like, "Come on, man. Like, it's your show. Okay, what you need to realize, it's your show. Just come back on stage. Look at yourself in the mirror. Like, you worked for this. You deserve this, man. You deserved it. Like, just know that you deserved it, okay?" And I'm like, can never trust a dude with big shoes like he wearing in this reunion. Okay, you can never. Okay, so he ends up going back on stage and went like off stage to get Dimitri, and Dimitri comes back on stage and he looks so distraught. You would have thought they just picked him off the street, that he just been sitting there for about like 2 weeks. Okay, he looks very distraught. Okay, so he comes back on stage. Claudia finally comes back on stage after walking off, and then they finally get to talk. Not gonna lie, this reunion, at least they got to talk most of their parts, thank God. So I feel like this reunion isn't that bad because we actually got to see some thumping, boop, 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 boop. And we actually got to see some talking. So shout out to them, because I thought it was just going to be all mess and it was just going to be fighting and through. But we actually got some answers in this reunion. So shout out to them, okay? We got some answers from his mamas. Props up to your mama. We got some answers from Dimitri, Cash, Colgate, all that, okay? So yeah. And then we get an update on everyone, right? So it's like, yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like I wish I stayed longer. It saves you a lot of drama and stuff like that. Even though I think I got like 2 kids, I'm telling y'all. So I think I like 2 kids that he don't talk about. Just my opinion, okay? That's all alleged. All right. So then Rel was like, oh, he's been put in busy, okay, and da da da. Let me tell you, Bobby's shady. Let me tell you the shadiness. You gotta, I be catching what people be saying. You just gotta pay attention. So he was like, "Yep, Rel's booked and busy. I'll be seeing him. You know, he be doing him a big one on that OnlyFans. You know, he be popping that pussy open. Yeah, booked and busy." So I'm like, "Nah." He's saying he's booked and busy outside of OnlyFans. Okay, he's not just saying he's busting it open on the OnlyFans, and that's why he's booked and busy. So I'm like, "Don't be shady, Bobby. I caught." And then you would get a Hercules update, which I'm like, scamming. He's like, oh, like it's just we doing a lot, you know. We doing a lot for a little reward, you know. So it's like little reward, you know, big things, you know, big buns, big Debbie cakes. So we doing little things for, you know, we getting little reward for doing big things. So it's just like, I don't know, like I don't know what we're doing. And then Bobby's like, you still with your girlfriend? Mm. So we find out he was saying he was single during the show, which I think was cap. A lot of, to me, Hercules is a lot of cap in my opinion. It's just this is what I see. I see him as being like a big capper. Okay, so he was saying he is single now though, and that he was single with the girlfriend back then allegedly. Okay, which I don't really believe. Okay, so then we see Miss Mamas finally talk. So then he was just like, so like Bobby, I just feel like I was cut too early, Bobby. So here's my whole thing, and I'm gonna let you talk. Okay, Bobby. Okay, because Bobby kept trying to interrupt him. Because Bobby was like, I thought you was gonna read me. I thought you was gonna cut, slice, and dice me. So what's up? What's good? What's good? So of course, Miss Mom was just like, okay, Bobby, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk, Bobby. Okay, here's what it is, Bobby. So what happened, Bobby, is that you were basically judging me and you didn't let me like show myself and blah blah. Okay, I get this whole thing where like he feel like Miss Mamas, that Bobby didn't give Miss Mamas a chance. But let's keep it real, Miss Mamas. You're very feminine. Bobby's very feminine. Those tend to not work out in relationships. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Sometimes it does, and people will find somebody just like them. It will work out, you know, in the LGBT's lifestyle, but it's usually not how it works. So I think Bobby knew that going into it, and he just picked you because he was a different type of guy, and then he just wanted to give you a chance and to have that representation on there. But it's like he was never just gonna give you a chance like that. And I don't think Miss Mamas understands that. And not gonna lie, Miss Mamas was being a little fake because Miss Mamas was doing her a big one on Instagram before the stream. And I remember that vividly. Miss Mamas was talking all that hot-ish. He was talking all that hot-ish about Bobby and all this stuff and how he's this with that he's gonna slap botch Bobby, and Bobby's just mad because I could have took all his niggas and blah, blah, blah. So you was really doing you a big one, but you came on here and you was giving props to Bobby Mama. You was giving him props. Okay, you was really giving the boy props. Okay. So then we get to Dimitri and his experience. So, you know, he was just like, you know, I've been traveling to, you know, Paris, London, Milan, Morocco. And I'm like, let me find out we got a male Natalie. Because what are you doing in all these foreign countries, Mr. Dimitri? It can't be from styling, okay? I'm finding it a little hard to believe. I'm just like, and if it is, put me on. You know, I could put a little cloth together every now and then. Just put me on, girl. I'm just saying, Mr. Dimitri. Okay, so then Gohard and Colgate explained why they were basically offended by the whole PayPal shoes comment. Here's my whole thing on that. I understand how they felt for real, because though you could tell the way Dimitri is, he's the type of person when he meets you, he's going to try to put on a show and try to make it seem like he's better than that, he's well-traveled, that he's well-experienced, and that you're lower than him. So I get why they felt the way that they did, because I would have felt the same type of way too, because it's like, who are you, girl? Okay, you're nothing. At the end of the day, you're on the same show as I am, and you're on the Zeus network. So you're no better than I am. So I get why they felt the way that they did, to be honest. Dimitri ends up apologizing. Gohard was basically saying, I don't care if it was any one of y'all. Like if it was Dimitri, if it was Cash, if it was Real, if it was Dylan, I would have did it to any of y'all. Cause don't play with me like that. Like, don't play with me like that. That's what you're not gonna do. Is play with me like that. The only person that could play with me like that is Island Boy. Oh, hold on, my bad. I didn't mean to say that. But like, you get what I'm saying? He was just basically going off in that tangent saying he would have did that to anybody and blah, blah, blah. So Dimitri ends up apologizing. So they had a little reconciliation, gave him a big old hug, which I thought that was genuine. I'll say that. That whole Dimitri thing, I really don't think he came in there trying to offend anybody. And if he did, he was really doing it strictly for TV. I don't think he's that like evil type of person that just wants to offend people. Like, I don't get that vibe from Dimitri. So then Jason Lee, y'all, ends up calling out Hot Wheels for not clapping at them coming to a peace or whatever, right? JC Lee's like, why are you not clapping at them making peace? Like, you're always angry. He was like, every time I go to the house to try to get like a taco or something, I always saw you downstairs just mad. Like, what's wrong with you? Right? And I'm like, ooh, wow. Okay. So Hot Wheels was just like, cuz like I could do that or whatever. And here's my whole thing. A lot of people are not putting themselves, and I get Hot Wheels does come across as angry. Hey, Hot Wheels, because he's an entertainer. Hey, Hot Wheels. You got to put yourself in his shoes. If you were shot and you had nothing to do with it, like let's say you were walking by somewhere and somebody was shooting at somebody and you got the bullet, you would be angry at life too. Because I know I would be. Because like the things that happened to me and I had nothing to do with it, and it's just because I'm in that space. I get the consequences, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I would feel some type of way. I would be mad at the world. So people have to think about that. And I know it's not easy to process, especially if you've never been friends with somebody who's ever been in that situation, or you've never been in that situation yourself. So it's like, you really got to put yourself in that person's shoes. So like, I get it. I really do get it. And Jason Lee called him a drunk at one point. I don't think he's a drunk. I think he's angry, but not a drunk. I'll say that. A lot of y'all do some, it'd be more than him. I'll say so. That drink thing was a little bit of a stretch, to be honest. So nice try, Jason. And then we get to Bobby revealing that he talks to Hot Wheels the most. So he was like, oh, I talk to Hot Wheels the most. I don't talk to any of them. You see them? You see him? I got a good rapport, but I talk to Hot Wheels the most. And Hot Wheels was like, yep, he do. Which I'm like, I figured that because to me, Hot Wheels gives me like Miami. He does. Like, I think that's why I feel like he's not no bad person. Like, a lot of people around me are like him. Like, they come across as rude, but that's just how they talk. And then we get to him spitting, Rolling Ray spitting on Hot Wheels. Okay. So Rolling Ray tries to give some sob story about the reason why he spit on Hot Wheels, basically trying to run around the answer. And even Claudia was like, okay, let's get to the answer, Rolling Ray. He's like, I'm getting there, Claudia. Miss Taylor. That's what I thought of. And then he just starts giving some sob story and everything like that. Never really answered the question, saying that he got a lot of food on him, but he said Dimitri got a lot of food on him too, but the cameras didn't catch it. And then next thing you know, Rolling Ray just starts crying. Okay, so this is him, right? Let me show y'all this. He had just tears like this on his face, like this. He was just like it was just like, you just made me feel like so bad. Like, you see, I was like begging you for pills, and like I just didn't get it. Like, this is crazy. Like, you was just making it seem like our relationship wasn't what it seemed, and it hurt my feelings. How it was like, I didn't want to give you all I could give because it would make the show seem fake. Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, Hot Wheels did say in my interview that you were begging for pills, Rolling Ray. So I guess it was true, because he said that he was letting you buy some of his like pain pills or whatever for like being in the wheelchair and all that type of stuff. And like you ended up like crapping on him after that and treating him like crap, even though he did you all these favors. So Rolling Ray don't get no pass in my book for what he did. A lot of this really irritated me when it came to that, because they kept trying to excuse what he did. You spit at him, regardless if the spit hit him, hit his shoe, hit his sock, you still spit at him. So that's nasty. Because best believe if somebody did that and Roller Ray was there, he would have read them to filth. He would have been talking about them to the day that they die. So like, stop it, Roller Ray. You know you was wrong. Because he ain't do nothing to you for you to spit at him or nothing. Food getting on you because of a food fight, okay. You shouldn't have been in the way. And the next thing you know, Bobby starts talking about James handling the Jameson. He was just like, so Jameson, he was checking on the handler and kissing the handler in the house. Okay? The handler. So he's just going around, walking around, doing the most or whatever. This is where Jason had called out Hot Wheels talking about he's an alcoholic, all that stuff. I don't agree with that. No. He's angry. I'll agree with that, but not no alky. And I'll be kept peeping in on some of their lives a lot. I'll never be seeing Hot Wheels just drunk out of his mind, like no. So I don't think that's true. Like Jason just be saying random statements to try to make it seem like he's just like the dog. Like stop it. Like he barely probably watched the show and he was in the house. Like brother. So then next thing you know, Pete Gang, you guys, Saul the whole time was sleeping, y'all. Look at this. Saul was knocked out, girl, dreaming of more OnlyFans content that he could make later on. Okay, so then after that happens, we see Roller Ray and Hot Wheels roll up on each other. And like I said, they keep excusing what Roller Ray did. They're talking about, oh, he spit back at him. If somebody spit at you, I'm going to spit right back at you. And it hits you. It's going to be a double entendre. What are you talking about? Like, they act like he was so wrong for spitting back at him after he spit at you. It just don't make no sense. So then we see Roller Ray. Like I said, he starts crying and all this stuff. And next thing you know, they bring out the handler. Okay, so they're like, welcome to the stage, Davion, aka the handler. So then Bobby's like, no, we're going to address him by his real name. His name isn't the handler. It is Davion. Mm-hmm. So then the tables always turn. Next thing you know, Davion comes out or whatever. So he's like, what's that, guys? Like, what's that? What's that? Hey, Jameson. Yeah. And then Hot Wheels. What's up? So Hot Wheels already immediately gets mad. So he rolls off the stage. He gets off the stage or whatever because he's mad because Davion is on the stage. I will say this, Mr. Hot Wheels. I feel as if you're kind of intimidated by the handler's success because he's been such a big hit in those Bobby and Zeus streets. And I think that's kind of made Hot Wheels a little bit mad because he feels like, wow, like you really, like you took my shine and it's supposed to be my show. You're just supposed to be helping me. And you came along, you know, you're the big topic of conversation. Like everybody knows you as the handler. Okay. But I'm just saying Hot Wheels, like you shouldn't feel no offense and shade to that because you brought him on the show. So technically, like you gave him the shine. So like just relax, Hot Wheels. Okay. So then Dingling kept saying, "Oh, Hot Wheels like, the handler like rails D on the bed." I don't believe that, and the reason why I say that is because Dingling was high half of the time in the house. So how could you even remember half of the things that even happened to you in the house? Like you're high and probably drunk half the time. Like I don't believe him. I just don't see it happening. To be honest, like no. So then Bobby calls the receipts from B, and so he's like, "B, give me the receipt. Give me the receipts." So B comes on. Not gonna lie, I live for B. B, you cool it all, but like the hair, I didn't like it either. Just like Bobby, okay? It's giving freaky girl FREEAK. You know, James. You know, Freak James. The Freak James braids. I don't like them, but I like when he do the curls for the girls. That's cool. But the Freak James braids, super freaky. Okay. So then after that happens, we see after B comes off the stage, what happened, y'all? Oh yeah, after B comes off the stage, we see Bobby and Jameson start going at it. So then Bobby was like, I should have called you Miss Mamas. Yeah, I should have called you Miss Mamas. And I'm like, no, Bobby, you should have called him Bahama Mama. Or you should have called him Pina Colada. Like something sweet. So then he just kept calling him Butch. He's like, Butch Bobby. Next thing you know, Bobby just slaps him. You know, he slaps the botched out of him. He said, Broop. And I'm surprised Jameson didn't hit him back. So Jameson was basically saying he let him slide and stuff like that. And not gonna lie, I didn't really like this being shown because it just pushes the stereotype of the DV that goes on in LGBT relationships. So I'm just like, ooh, this isn't a good look, okay? It's not a good color. It's not a good cut, okay? It's not a good look. So after that, James says, like, I'll let you slide with your pretty ass. Yeah, I'll let you slide with your pretty ass. Hit me again. Hit me again, Butch Bobby. Butch Bobby. He just keeps going on and on. Keep calling him Butch Bobby. Keep calling him Butch Bobby. Calling him Butch Bobby. Let's keep going at it back and forth, back and forth. And so, but I think that second time, if Jameson ended up getting his hands on Bobby, I think he would have put some of that Bobby. Okay, so I'm just saying. And then Bobby reveals something crazy. The whole time Claudia's just watching and discuss. She's like, that's how all those gays act in relationships. I figured, right? She's just looking in disgust. And then we see Bobby make a revelation that Island Boy has a small D and that it's very low vibrational. So Bobby was basically saying, you do what I do. I do what I do. You do what you do. Basically saying his D was very low vibrational. And that's why he didn't really want to mess with him. And then Bobby says, bye, immigrant. I'm like, I don't really like that joke because, girl, you know, you live down here in Miami, girl. So it's like, all we see down here is a whole bunch of people that are illegal. So you might want to watch out, Bobby, okay? Because the girls are going to come after you. All right, so then Handler and the Hot Wheels start going at it. Like I said, I feel like Hot Wheels is jealous of the Handler's reputation and fame that he's gone off the show. So Hot Wheels tries to roll up on him. And I'm like, now if the Handler were to hit him and kick him out the chair, he'll be wrong. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think security shouldn't even let him roll up on him that quickly. And next thing you know, Dingling gets up and hit the Handler. And not gonna lie, the Handler ate that, okay? Word to Kiki Palmer and in that competition show. You ate that. Like he really ate that. Like he ate that. Okay. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. We did get some answers, not answers, but we did get some dialogue in. So thank God for that. It wasn't just fighting and craziness. It's the first reunion that I've seen where we've gotten some things resolved and answered. So shout out to Bobby and them for getting that done. All right, entertainers, let me know what you guys think, and we are out, babies.
No personal thing.